The bonds they hold are going to still be valued the way they are, so it's going to stay like that for a while. Literally until interest has come down and we stop issuing new bonds with higher rates. Doesn't make sense.
You know what that means?
Crypto go up, up, up.
Tether and Circle going to be printing a bunch of USDT.
Not necessarily. They only print when people buy. They only buy when people need more dollars.
But they tend to buy bonds from the government directly.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they don't buy it unless the demand is there for it.
Welcome back, everybody,
So another week.
of your favorite crypto podcast,
Sometimes crypto.
The Unscripted.
Crypto podcast.
Ayo.
Hey yo. Alex is still not used to remote, so he still messes it up.
William, this is funny. This is hilarious. You see, I don't think it's a remote thing. I just think it's more so of a network issue. It's a network thing. I'm literally in the worst position, worst spot. Like no connection over here, and there's no way for me to plug in directly to any routers, or switches. And I was just talking to him about how I need to fix this.
Yeah, he has bad service in his room.
It's horrible. This room's got the worst service. Okay, we'll figure it out. We will. Okay. Yeah. I know what it is. I need to be roasted for forever about it.
I haven't roasted you. I just said that it wasn't good. That's it. I haven't roasted you about it.
That's true.
Did you? What did you just slam? Oh, geez.
Poetry. No, my phone.
Yeah, slam poetry is a thing.
Yep. So.
You good?
What's been going on, William? What's been going on?
Why are you looking at me like that? This guy.
Why? Because last week we had some outlook, and then I feel like this week is just different.
They did us dirty.
I think they did everybody dirty.
The Biden administration, Biden did us dirty.
Completely did a what seemed to be a 180.
After they did the 180. They did a 180. They approved the ETF. And they do another 180 and veto SAB 121.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, it's just like, what do you guys want from us?
Yeah, well, it wasn't necessarily the Biden administration that passed the ETFs, though.
Yes. The government power is the one who approved it with push from the government there. It was not going to be... We can clearly state that it wasn't going to be approved until they were told to approve it.
That does seem a little fair. That does seem fair.
And they did do it under the current administration. So you could say the Biden administration.
Yep. I guess you can say that.
Technically, the Biden administration approved the Bitcoin ETF and the Ethereum one.
That is actually factual.
Exactly.
That is very factual. Under Biden's presidency, we got two crypto ETFs approved.
And then vetoed SAB 121 after he said he wouldn't veto it.
Yeah, so there's actually a tweet that I saw by this guy at DeFi Defense Law. Mm-hmm. And then he just pretty much like goes about like showing the interaction. And he goes, oh, the SEC, we approved SAB 121 because discouraging banks from holding crypto protects investors. That's what the SEC initially claimed.
Yeah.
And the banks were like, no thanks, we could totally hold crypto and protect investors. So then recently Biden's like, oh, if Congress passes a bill, I will not veto it. Congress passes his bill, and now Biden is like, you know what? Veto.
And it was it was a non-partisan bill either.
Yeah, it does seem like a
It was also
nonpartisan.
nonpartisan. But that's sad that they did that to us.
Yeah, it was a little sad. At some point, there is there. That doesn't mean that the bill will die there. Um, they could get it back, rework it, or get like a super majority vote. I think is what they need, and then it will pass, no matter even disregarding the veto.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, so just because Biden vetoed it doesn't mean that it still cannot be revoked. It just now needs even more approval.
Okay, so it needs more. Was it Congress or Senate? Who was it? Senate?
Congress.
Congress. I'm asking. I forgot. So whatever percentage was, it needs to be higher than was last time, by a large margin.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah. It's like a super majority. I think is what they call it. So the initial vote needed a certain percentage threshold to pass it on to the president. President vetoes it. It comes back to Congress. Now Congress needs to have a higher threshold met, so they could just pass what the president said and enact the bill anyways.
Got you.
That's checks and balances right there at work.
I don't know about that, but sure. We'll go with that.
That's exactly what that is. But let's just see if it's efficient.
Sure. I haven't seen any news about the ETFs either, so we're still waiting on.
Well, like
what?
Yeah, people just aren't expecting too much ETF volume. So there's not that much excitement. Granted, we're in a much better position now than we were a month ago, or 2-3 weeks ago, actually, where people were still skeptical about the ETH ETF.
I'm glad he brings that up because I have a great counterpoint to that. I have a great one, actually.
What?
I'll read it. Singapore's largest banks, DBS, bought 173,753 ETH, worth around $650 million. There's no institutional demand, right? They themselves almost bought $1 billion worth of ETH. That's called institutional demand.
But Singapore.
A Singapore bank, they can buy the ETFs.
Yeah, they can buy the ETFs, but they bought ETH, right?
They bought the actual ETFs.
Okay, and my counterpoint to your counterpoint is this. It is that part of the SEC approving ETFs in the United States is the fact that they cannot include staking in that product.
Correct.
Singapore, with their Ethereum, period, not ETFs per se, but
actually,
their Ethereum, actually, they could fully stake that.
Correct.
They're not restricted to the whole. Granted, if they buy the Ethereum ETFs, the United States.
Look who has the noise now, huh?
Yeah.
How the tables have twisted.
Yeah, the tables have twisted.
Mm-hmm.
So, right before this, there was an alarm going off of Williams' window, and I was like, "Damn, there's loud noise out there." But
yeah, that's fair, but doesn't mean necessarily that. It also means that pension funds and all these things that want to hold ETH or buy more of crypto are just able to buy it. On that same note, because we're still on this ETH and ETF talk.
Yeah, I'm not saying people aren't going to buy. I'm not saying there's not going to be volume. So I'm not saying that's not the case.
I think it'll be. If what you want me to say is that Bitcoin left a really large bar, like you can't even see my hands anymore type of bar, like my hands aren't frame anymore type of, yeah, you're right. At the same time, though, the Wisconsin Pension Fund, known as the most financially sound pension fund of the U.S., bought $162 million worth of Bitcoin ETF. And that's not even that's like not even a percent of what they have. And the reason they're also one of those the most financially sound pension funds is because they are they're fully funded. Meaning all the money is in the pension fund. There is no money anywhere else. So they're able to take that. I think an institution like that, that's already buying some Bitcoin, who has more money to buy more Bitcoin if they really want to, but they don't want to scare people away, can just buy some ETH while they're at it too. And be the whole of the same sector.
Yeah, so these people are known as the most financially sound pension fund
In the US.
in the US. And they got a whole lot of Bitcoin. ETFs.
And for what
That's
their
exciting.
number and they under their pension fund they have like $200 billion or more.
Oh, wow.
There was a whole 5-minute video to this tweet.
That's a lot. They have a huge portfolio then.
Yeah, they're one of the
And
largest
it's
portfolios.
like you said, they barely scratch the surface, not even 1%.
Exactly. So just imagine what a full percent, a 2% can do.
So what's going to happen to them is going to be pretty similar to what happened to me. Bought some Bitcoin when I was heavily invested in stocks. And then as time progressed, the Bitcoin completely outpaced all my stocks. Granted, I didn't have NVIDIA. I didn't have NVIDIA. But that's likely what's going to happen to these people.
This guy's arrogant. He just compared himself to a pension fund with 100 and something, 200 plus $billion, and compared an investment of a Bitcoin of $165 million.
I'm not comparing.
just-
I'm talking
This guy got
No,
jokes.
their strategies and all
Yo.
this stuff. I don't know.
That was funny. You got jokes. He's a funny kid. He's a funny guy. He got jokes.
Okay. Tell me that didn't happen to you also though, William. You started buying some crypto and then eventually that crypto just kept on going up in value.
Then I lost it all to Celsius.
Yeah. that was a fun
Then I bought more
was a
again.
at peak. No.
What?
No. I said at peak, but that's not true.
I didn't buy at peak.
No, because if you lost it at Celsius, that was post peak.
Yeah. So I lost
Yeah.
to Celsius, then lose it to peak, then buy at peak, and then my Solana outpaced my Bitcoin.
Yep, that sounds about right.
If I would have bought more Sol, I would have more dollars in Solana than Bitcoin.
Yeah. If you had probably a bigger, but like it definitely outpaced it.
Yeah.
So,
It is what it is. But yes, you're
it is
in.
what it is.
Crypto is the market where it will outpace the stock market in a 4-year cycle every time. If you want to be the safest asset possible, you go just Bitcoin. It will do it. It's done it. 4-year cycle. 4-year cycle. Now I want to sell it. Not whenever you want, but 4-year cycle.
Yeah. This guy's turning the Spanglish on.
I'm very excited.
But yeah, that's the issue I think we face as the youngest industry in the space. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. You froze up on me. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, no, I saw it froze. That's the issue that we're facing as being part of the youngest industries in the world right now, is that there's a lot of excitement and a lot of people just expect quick and easy, large sums of money coming in.
Yeah.
And that's just not sound investing. That doesn't happen normally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more normal in crypto, but it's higher risk, higher
Crypto is
reward.
the only thing that you can take you can take $10 and make it $100 in 3 days. Small example.
Yeah. With like very little effort at that.
I did it.
But then it's also very possible that those $10 go to zero.
Also true. That's why I did $10.
What hurts more is that the $10 goes to 100 and then it goes to zero.
Also, Also very true. On that, that was a meme token. It was Doe, like it was a Doge. It was Doge, but in Doe form, and it did like a 10x, like in 3 day span. And you brought up the going to zero. So a little off topic. So you remember how we talked last week about Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner dropping her own meme token, blah blah blah. Well,
Yeah.
she's still dropping meme tokens.
Really?
She dropped the same Jenner token, but like on ETH, and then like another exchange and another one, like another on other blockchains.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So it's her for sure. It's definitely Jenner who's.
Oh yeah,
who's
no, it's
doing
been
it. 'Cause
confirmed.
last week we.
I
Okay,
said-
because last week there was uncertainty.
No, there wasn't.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you still that even though she posted the video that you.
Like I said,
You weren't sure.
like I said in the last week's video, I'm like, when it first happened, people were not sure, and by the time we record, I'm like, no, but it's been confirmed it is her.
Okay, my bad, my bad. I thought it was still like in speculation.
No, no speculation. It's her. It's been her. Yeah.
I thought that's where it got left off at. Okay.
No, no. You left it off of that in your head for some reason.
Yeah, probably. That was just me thing.
No, but it is her. And then Iggy Azalea dropped her meme token like a day or two, like a day after, the same day we recorded, if I'm not mistaken. That got to a $70 million market cap.
Wow.
She shut down her OnlyFans. She's like, I don't need this anymore.
She's like, I don't need no fans anymore.
And then that's the whole thing. But that's
You know,
what's
that might actually gain some traction if that's the case. If Iggy Azalea had an OnlyFans and closed it, and because of crypto, like there might be a lot of women out there that'd be like, you know what?
So to be fair,
What's up?
she moved them all to Telegram.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what's going on over there. I haven't checked, but she just said, "Come here now," after shutting down her OnlyFans. Wild, it's wild, wild west over there.
Yeah, that's good though.
But if you would have bought that same Jenner token when it dropped, when it first came out, you would have made money because it went from zero to $50 million market cap in a matter of 2 days. I think I haven't checked it, like what's the price at now, but that's what it did. A lot of meme tokens do that.
A lot of meme tokens do that. Yeah, that is true. But like, and it's because of things like that that people come into the space thinking, oh, quick and easy money. A lot of people get burned. A lot of people will get burned.
Yeah.
So like, what? That's why
Mm-hmm.
when you said that like when you're investing, the safest route in crypto, like little to no risk is Bitcoin at a 4-year interval.
Yeah.
Anything less than that, then
That's super low. But also, just to wrap up, just because it came up on my feed, so I'm on Twitter, and it goes new private Texas institution University of Austin announces it will accept Bitcoin for tuition and create a Bitcoin long-term fund. They just want to take, bro. Everyone's trying to scam you out of your Bitcoin, especially for college.
Yeah.
You best
Pretty
use
much.
dollars for that. Unless you made a shit ton of money in Bitcoin. Then you can use it. But even then, convert it to dollars.
That's funny, William. That's mad funny. Accurate. Everybody's trying to scam you out of your Bitcoin. That is true from now into forever.
Got that right.
Well, I don't know about scam per se, but yeah, they definitely want your Bitcoin.
All right. I've
And I
talked
heard
enough.
this interesting. I've heard this interesting perspective about how people would say that, oh, if Bitcoin is so popular or so good, then why don't many people accept it as currency, as payment, or why don't people offer to pay with it that much? And the defense for this that I was told was, and I think there's probably a name, I just don't remember if it did or didn't, but it's like a phenomenon where in a world where there's more than one money, the money that is less desirable will be used more in transactions to dispose of it because someone doesn't want it. So they'll be less likely to, they'll be less likely to keep it, to hold it, or accept it, and then they'll be more likely to give it off. We're still, in my opinion, super early phases of adoption for Bitcoin and getting off of the fiat system. Like super early for fiat. Fiat still has a decent amount of time before it dies. Opinion, that's just my opinion, and people will still be transacting in it for a while. But those that are aware of the inherent store of value that Bitcoin has to offer will start to accept it more and not transact with it, but rather hold it for as long as they have fiat to spend.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So you said something about Iggy Azalea and that she moved everything to Telegram.
She moved everyone. All
does
her
this
friends
have
to
anything?
Telegram.
Does this have anything to do with the Telegram based not coin? Like, did she move it for? Like, did she move on to Telegram because of that?
The what? I'm sorry, you cut a little bit. I heard Notcoin, which was just dropped, but I don't know what.
Okay, like if she had moved over because of this Notcoin being launched on Telegram, I'm assuming that's not the case.
No, I wouldn't. I would assume that's not the case either.
Yeah, and I would also assume that Iggy Azalea moving on to Telegram is not the reason why Notcoin has pumped in the past 2-3 days.
No, I would also say that's not
also
the reason.
So just completely irrelevant, just completely two irrelevant things. That's mostly what I thought, but I just wanted to clarify, make sure there was none of that. But yeah, I've been hearing word of Notcoin, and I'm at the point right now where I'm like, I don't know if this is bullish or bearish, because I caught word of like, oh, someone a pleb, a non-coiner, will go to me, he's like, oh, have you heard of this Notcoin thing? And I was like, well,
he really just said that. I was looking at the Notcoin chart as he says that, and I'm just like, wow, that's a thing now.
So then I was like, well, I may have heard of it. It's not familiar. Well, what is it about? And they're like, oh, it has to do with Telegram. I was like, oh, okay, that's ringing some bells. So Notcoin was doing really good, William. You said you got the chart open, right?
I do.
Okay. Can you enlighten us on how this is going? Because you're the chart master.
I assumed you told me to share the chart.
You
kind of froze, so I assume you said share the chart. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I was saying if you could enlighten us on how the price action for Notcoin is doing. I also called you the chart master, which I think should be an official title.
I don't accept that term. I'm really bad. You see it? You're seeing it. So I will just show you the daily, so just so you can see what this is doing. That's what it's done.
It's moving.
In 19 days, it's done that.
That looks like quite some action, William.
It goes from here.
So from less than a penny.
Yes, from less than a penny to it being worth to being up 540 something %, pretty much 549.
That sounds absolutely insane.
Something you can maybe read. It's only been doing this. It really just hit resistance now with Bitcoin. If you really
because
want.
Bitcoin tested 70,000 again, 71,000.
Yeah, and this is on the 4 hour. To even really see it a little better, this is when it tested 70, and we're back here. Where it's already created some support.
500% is 5x.
Let me take off the order block.
What's the order block?
The order blocks is different points in where there's entrance of either buying or selling. More red is bullish, more green is bearish, and each block has different volume.
Because green is selling and red is buying.
You want the truth on that one? I don't know. I was just taught like that.
Okay.
But
so more red is bullish and more green is bearish.
Correct, though. And then yes.
That's easy enough.
And
so I mean okay. So the length of that order block seems super long.
Well, they're all long like that. They go infinitely.
Oh, okay. No, because I see the red and the green ones under that like kind of get cut off.
Well, it's also on the 1 hour, so it doesn't count. It's not like there's orders there, but they're not strong orders. The higher the time frame, the stronger those orders are. See, like if you go on the 4 hour chart, it's not there, but you have more resistance at this peak.
I see.
Which I would like to do a trade here, but it's but that's a mission.
What do you think? Why mission? Why?
Because it's so new. There's very little movement in terms of like data in the chart itself. You're also betting that Bitcoin's going to hold and that not coin's going to hold this trend line that it's creating here from this point to that point. I'll probably.
It's not available on main exchanges like Coinbase.
Well, Coinbase doesn't have leverage either way. So we don't care.
Oh, you want to trade it with leverage?
Yeah, whoever. Yeah.
This guy. That's really exciting stuff.
I can tell you where it's available at. Let's check out. The fact that I didn't even put what I needed to put and it just shows up, I love it.
It's like your computer's learning you.
What does it say where it's available?
Markets?
Yeah, dude. BingX, Whitebit, Binance, Bybit, on most. It's on most non-US, and it probably won't be on. It won't be on whatchamacallit, Coinbase, probably for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's super new, brand new.
But whoever does want it, you can get it. It's on BingX. It's on Binance. It's on Mexi. Well, you probably won't be able to get it. It's on BingX. You can get it from BingX for non-KYC people. But yeah, Notcoin's just been moving up like a bat out of hell. Very little pullbacks. It's good. It's on some good support now. It could be a trade like I showed. I just wouldn't expect it to move large, really big, if Bitcoin is being sluggish the way it is.
Yeah, factual. I mean, Bitcoin's really struggling right now in passing and getting out of the sideways trading that it's been experiencing.
Yeah.
So as long as that's being experienced, the other alts are going to have a hard time breaking through new heights. I think I don't remember. See me?
You're frozen. You're unfroze.
You see me?
You froze again, but yeah, I see you.
Oh, but you heard me.
I hear you.
No, I have no idea. My entire screen went black. I was like, oh, that's not good. That was terrifying. That was literally terrifying. I was like, okay, well, so I'm gonna make a little shift because I just said that altcoins are gonna have a hard time escaping their current pricing if Bitcoin is continuing facing resistance, but that might not be the case for all altcoins. So yesterday on Monday, we experienced a little issue with the New York Stock Exchange. And this issue, crypto enthusiasts are saying that can be fixed through projects like Chainlink. And Chainlink saw a nice little pump yesterday because of that. So oracles, essentially. And
Chainlink saw a pump yesterday?
Yeah, so at least I saw a lot of what's it called volume in terms of like activity, tweets and stuff.
Okay, I didn't see a pump. By the way, I've been looking at Chainlink. I was in the Chainlink trade. I saw no pump.
No pump. Not bad. My bad, William. And oracles like this will fix issues with what happened with the New York Stock Exchange.
I will want to say, to be fair, I'm not saying it won't fix the issue, but I've never seen that issue before.
True. I haven't seen something.
It's the first time since I've been into stocks, into this. So almost 4 years now, 3 years now, something like that. 2020? What year are we in? We're in 4 years?
2024.
First time I see it happen. So
yeah, it is the first time I see something that happen also. Kind of strange. It was a handful of stocks got affected by this, with the most notable one being Berkshire Hathaway Series A. Because that stock is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And the stock exchange listed it as it was down 99 point percentage.
And Warren Buffett was still a billionaire.
No way.
Yeah. He went down from like 139 billion to 1.3 billion.
That's crazy. Because he's got so much other assets. Yeah, he got so much assets besides Berkshire Hathaway.
No, that's just what the value of Berkshire Hathaway was at the end.
Nah, Cap, that's crazy.
No, yeah. It was down 99%. So the stock was worth 100,000. It was still worth 1,000. Or 100. I mean, not 1,000, but still worth 100 or 100 something. So he owns enough of the stock to where it's still billionaire.
That's great. Crazy. So I saw a very funny tweet. It's like, oh, if you were to invest, I think it was like $200 or $500 into Berkshire Hathaway 10 minutes ago, that investment right now would net you millions of dollars. And then I was like,
yeah, none of those trades went through.
Yeah, so I was seeing that a lot of people were saying, oh, very few people saw the opportunity to even make a trade on that.
Yeah.
But then any trades that did go through, people were commenting saying that it was likely going to be reversed.
Yeah. Unless you had a sell order, immediately place the sell right after right after the issue was fixed. Then maybe it wouldn't be reversed before the sell goes through. Maybe.
Oh, like he's like sell order right after. Oh, I see. Like just capitalize on the returns really fast.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Um, but so the conversations I was watching on X were pretty much saying that uh, this issue would not happen with oracles, as they provide not third party, distributed means of verification of real world assets and
Yeah.
determining price of assets. And then other people were saying, additionally, on top of this, like the whole reversal thing about like anybody who did buy Berkshire Hathaway stocks or any of the other stocks affected, because I think Chipotle was also affected.
Yeah, I saw a few.
Um,
McDonald's.
there was a list. Yeah. So some people were saying, well, even if something like this were to happen, then crypto wouldn't allow you to reverse that issue. And there was some pushback on that one because technically, depending on the coin, depending on the chain, there might be. But then the majority of people were just saying that just issue wouldn't happen, period, if we used oracles.
Also, I'm gonna be the proponent of you fumbled, not my fault. I take the W.
That's typically how things work if it benefits the people who make those decisions.
Ain't that the right, brother? Preach. Ain't that right?
Rules for you and I, but not me and mine.
Something like that.
I never get that quote completely right. I don't think anybody really. I'm kidding. But stocks. At least yesterday were all the craze because of that whole debacle, and
I heard a secret.
also you heard a secret.
I heard a secret of why it happened. It was done on purpose.
Oh, so should I pull out my tinfoil hat from
Tinfoil hat time.
the
Tinfoil
closet?
hat time. Conspiracy corner. It was to stop
Let's-
Roaring Kitty from winning.
Oh no!
Because he
Don't
has
say
a
that,
$200
really.
million dollar position in GME now.
Yeah, that
That's
is exactly what I was gonna try moving into right now, which I'm glad I did not know that was the conspiracy theory.
Oh, that's actually it's not a real conspiracy, but it is a tweet I saw floating around going, they had to halt the whole market so CryptoKitty can't win.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yet,
Yeah.
he has 120,000 call options that will be expiring June 21st.
Yeah.
You want to know the crazy part?
What's the crazy part?
There are all of them are currently in the money, so he's already taking profits on them essentially.
Yeah, but he bought them for a premium.
And yeah, so they're all in the money, as in like he's in the green.
Yeah.
But people are saying since he acts the way he acts, he's likely not going to sell them. The call options.
That would be funny.
He's going to let them expire and wait for them to be assigned to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see.
And that's actually even huge news because that will make him either the fourth or the fifth fourth largest shareholder of GameStop.
So GameStop opened? Is it? No, it didn't open today.
He would own a whopping 6.3%.
So GameStop opened at $27 today, and it's in the green and it's going up.
And just going up.
Yeah. So interesting things are happening here. And yesterday on Monday, when the stock market opened, it opened at $40, double the price it was when it closed on Friday. So that's a thing too. Interesting.
Yeah. GameStop has been seeing a lot of money coming in ever since CryptoKitty Not CryptoKitty, Roaring
Roaring
Kitty.
Kitty?
My bad. Yeah, second time I do it.
Yeah.
Roaring Kitty started A, tweeting, and then B, his post on Reddit.
Yeah, when he showed his entire portfolio, essentially.
Mhm.
Well, his GME side. What a thing that was. He
Yeah.
has a shit ton of money.
He has a lot of money. He literally he pulled some deep fucking value, man.
Yeah,
He did.
dude.
His name precedes him. That was his username on Reddit, and he just he really brought the value.
Yeah. How long have we been
I think
recording
it's
for?
fun because he couldn't do that by himself, and he didn't want he was actively just sharing
Yeah.
his information.
So,
about his
Mhm.
his DD due
Yeah.
diligence.
So I don't remember who posted it. It was one of the places where he writes for, where he just posts his stuff, said that if he continues, they're gonna ban him from market manipulation for posting all the alpha that
Yeah,
he's been
so
providing.
the SEC is actually reviewing the timing of his posts and his trades
Oh.
to see if they could charge him with actual market manipulation.
Oh.
But
If
yeah,
he's okay, I didn't know that.
E-Trade is one of them that's considering
E-Trade.
just booting him off of it.
Yeah, it's E-Trader. That's the one I saw. I'm glad you saw
Yeah,
it.
E-Trade wants to get E-Trade wants to get him.
They don't
off
want to deal
of
with
their
it.
platform because damn, E-Trade does that, they're gonna lose a lot of clients.
Oh, definitely. So many.
Mhm. But yeah, he's definitely under investigation. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, I imagine. So transferring from that to U.S. economy. So this is from the Cosby letter on Twitter. It's an actual news organization, pretty much. So the FDIC reported that we have, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. I know I mentioned it to you, but on the pod, that we currently have 63 banks that are basically at the verge of collapse. And
That's a lot of banks, William.
and that the banks, over 500 billion of paper losses are held by banks.
That's a lot of money, William.
Yeah. So on their post, they wrote, declining GDP growth with rising inflation. Over 50% of Americans believe we are in a recession. Lowest mortgage demand in over 30 years. A record 17.7 trillion in total household debt. And they asked the question, how is this soft landing? In quotes. But banks are in trouble.
Yeah,
Once
that's
again.
pretty much sentiment.
Meaning money prayer
And
go brr.
that's likely not going to change.
No.
That's the only thing that's going to get them
Now with-
out of the hole.
No. The bonds they hold are going to still be valued the way they are, so it's going to stay like that for a while. Literally until interest has come down and we stop issuing new bonds with higher rates. Doesn't make sense.
You know what that means?
Crypto go up, up, up.
Yeah, Tether, and Circle going to be printing a bunch of
Not necessarily.
USDC. No,
They only print when people buy. They only buy when people need more dollars.
correct. It's more stablecoin, but they tend to buy the bonds from the government directly, or they might even buy it from banks.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they don't buy it unless the
Yeah,
demand
if
is
there's
there
no
for
supply.
it.
No demand. My bad. You're right.
So if there's no, so if we get into bull run mode, no one's in stable coins. What people are doing, they're onboarding dollars onto it, and then taking those dollars and selling that USDT, selling it, which has to be resold to whoever's going to take it. If Tether gets it back, they have to burn it, meaning they have to sell it and then buy the actual other assets.
Yep.
But what will happen is once the bull run is over, it calms down, people start putting back into USDT, they're going to have to buy a lot.
If the government starts to print more money, crypto will eventually see a rise in value.
Yes.
That's a given.
Which today looks like it might
So
be
now-
the day we break 70,000, just by the way, because we're still hovering around that price.
So now my question is: do you think printers will go burr soon?
Printers might go burr soon. I think printers might go burr. Yeah.
Yeah. The next Fed meeting, I believe, is next week.
Yeah.
Next week. Oh, you know what? There's actually something I was thinking about today when I was drinking my morning coffee,
Okay. What's up?
and I was thinking about the Fed meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and I got heated. I got hot. I go. This whole government thing, the way that the Federal Reserve is set up, has me constantly thinking, oh, what's this man Jerome Powell going to be doing today? What are the numbers looking like? Is he in a good mood? Do the numbers he see make him happy? Do the numbers he see make him sad or distraught? Every month, every quarter that they do that they do the
They
meetings?
do a meeting, I think, almost every quarter. Yeah, maybe every month.
And then I'm like over here, I'm constantly on the lookout for what's the update. Like, are they going to be lowering interest rates? Are they going to be increasing interest rates?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to keep interest rates the same? And that's annoying. I feel like I'm taking time out of my day waiting for these people's decisions on something to see how I should plan my finances. And I was just comparing that to Bitcoin's minting protocol. It's consistent. It's not going to change. I know how it will be. I know where we will be now, and I can calculate to where we will be in the future. So, like,
That's different.
yeah, it is different, and that's why I'm saying it, because like the amount that's being minted is already calculated. It's already planned. It's fixed. There is no alteration.
They don't mint dollars, by the way.
Yeah, they do. They're injecting liquidity into the market by literally creating money.
They don't create the money.
Okay, define this. What do you mean?
When people say the printers go burr, it means he's gonna drop rates.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the printer turning. That's not him turning on the printer. That's Janet Yellen turning on the printer.
That's Janet Yellen turning on the printer.
She's the one who controls our spending and our everything else.
Mm. Yeah. So if Jerome Powell makes a decision that determines whether Yellen says, "Oh, now's a good time to start making money,"
Yeah,
because it's going to cost us a little bit.
it's gonna cost not a little. It's gonna cost us less.
Yeah, it's going to cost us less.
Yes.
So then, yeah, although he's not the one who does it directly, because he's not the one who does it directly.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna do. Nothing. It's gonna stay the same again.
That's probably what might happen for the
Jerome Powell will keep rates the same.
This meeting.
And as of right
this
now,
coming meeting.
this was a rate cut that was expected. Another one not expected. So the market's is going to start unpricing all the rate cuts. The rate cuts that were.
That's the thing. Okay. That's the thing that gets me confused from initially. Like when the Fed announced they're planning 6 rate cuts this year,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "There's no way." I was like, I don't see that happening. And the market ate it up. The market literally ate it up. All the stocks started rising like crazy. It was a fury.
Typically the way it works, yeah.
Because that's insane. I was like, there's no... I was surprised. And then...
It's also not insane, by the way.
I thought it was. I'm not as educated as other financial analysts. Don't get me wrong. I'm just but a man over here.
I mean, 6 rate cuts at 25% or 25 or a quarter of a percent. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's only what? 4.
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah, but still,
that's not a lot.
Yeah. I always saw it. I was like, that's the fact that they were considering lowering is the part that was bothering.
And what if he does this? What if he does one that's 2%?
That would be quite.
That's more than the 6 in one.
That is more. Mm-hmm.
Unexpectedly.
Right.
It's not a lot. 6 isn't a lot if depending on the amount he does. Do I what?
Do you think that's gonna happen?
No, I don't think we're gonna have a rate cut, and I don't think we're gonna have a rate cut this year at the rate we're going.
Yeah, definitely not for this week. Next week's meeting.
No. I really don't think we'll have one, and if we do, it'll probably be 0.50. 50 basis points
max.
Yeah, in my opinion. Like if we have just one, it'll probably be something like that. I don't think it'll be too much more. And we have officially hit the 70,000 again, and we'll see what happens here. I do think today we break 70. Just so we're clear. If today is the day we break 70, I think we break it because we're breaking it right now. No market mischief.
No market mischief. Fun. Oh, you asked me a question earlier, 10 minutes ago. And at the time, the answer was 45, but now it's 55. I've been recording for 55 minutes.
What was the question I asked you?
What's our time?
Oh, I did ask you that.
So, I don't have much left, but I do have one story that I thought was kind of interesting. Okay, so I saw a post this morning and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's fun stuff. Let me see what's up with that. And essentially, Mexico elected a new president yesterday. She will not be taking office until October 1st. Sometime in October. Early October. And that's right. I said Mexico elected its first female president. And that was pretty much like the post this morning that caught my attention. I was like, oh, good for them. Like progress, right? And then I was like, oh, what's her policies? What's she going to be pushing? Like, is this good news, bad news for Mexico? What's going on? Because, I mean, to the extent of like, oh, first woman president, that's progressive for sure, because that's inclusivity. But my question, because I try to vote mostly based off of policies. What are the policies that they stand besides? And I was just curious mostly on her crypto policy, and for the most part, her campaign didn't boast much crypto or anti-crypto. Rhetoric? The only thing I did find out was that Mexico's current president, whose name is Jose Ramon Amieva. My bad. I just realized I never said Mexico's new president. President-elect Claudia Sheinbaum. She's a president-elect, and the current president, uh, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, uh, has a 20% tax on all crypto gains across the board.
A 20% tax?
Yeah, 20%. No other like major like policies against or for crypto. Just the fact that like if you're making money on crypto, you owe 20% of those gains to the government.
Okay, so nothing too crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy, nothing super insane, nothing super bad. That being said, as I was looking into Claudia, President-elect Claudia, I did find out that she is a scientist and she used to work as a secretary of the environment under the current president, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, back in the year 2000 to 2006. So this was like pretty much 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Where she was working as a secretary for this guy who's currently president now. Which leads me to believe that Mexico is going to continue its stance and probably not have a lot more push forward with,
for crypto.
For crypto during her term.
I wouldn't even say push forward. I would just say like looks like not much of an interest. But yeah, I'm sorry if I was distracted. I was putting in an order.
Wouldn't make your money. It's all good.
I was putting a I was looking at Notcoin. I'm like, let's see what happens.
You're like, this might be the move. Okay. And then essentially, from what I've seen, she does plan on having a good relationship with America, whether it be our current president or anybody else who comes up after. Yeah. Future. She does want to build up a relationship, and if for some reason, or if one of the candidates does get elected, specifically the one I'm thinking about is Trump, is
from jail.
If Trump gets elected, yeah, from jail. This guy's gonna move the Oval Office to
the prison. To prison cell.
Yep.
The commissaries.
That'd be crazy. To the penitentiary. Oh, but yeah, that'd be interesting. No, so essentially, when Trump was president, he did have this major issue with a lot of American goods being imported from China, which is why he put it was like 25% tariffs.
And Biden put 100% tariff on some stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know Trump did it across the board for everything. And that being said, a few months ago or a couple weeks ago, I don't remember how long ago, I was having this conversation with my father about like, China is no longer the largest importer to America. The largest importer to America right now is actually Mexico.
No, damn.
Yeah. So I was like, me and my dad were like, whoa, that's actually shocking. Like that, we were caught by surprise from that, essentially.
Yeah.
And
I can see why.
Right? Yeah. And then I was like, damn, America's buying a lot of Modelos and a lot of Coronas. It's kind of what I thought.
We're just buying beers from
Yeah. That's what I thought at first. But then I actually came to realize that what's actually going on is a lot of Chinese manufacturers are buying properties up in like northern part of Mexico, some specific region in Mexico.
And they're moving it to Mexico.
To bypass and circumvent those 25% tariffs. So if Trump were to come out again...
Smart, by the way. That's a smart move.
That is a smart move. Well, the Chinese play that great. So like, that's good for Mexico because now they just brought the work over to Mexico.
Yeah.
So like, this is not a bad play for Mexico because now they're making money. But if Trump comes out, that's going to be problematic.
We'll see how that goes. So I saw this thing on Twitter a few days back that Mexico's immigration, their immigration standard, are deporting Americans from Mexico that are overstaying their welcome, who want to live over there for like cheaper living, like with the wages, but they're causing inflation within certain parts of Mexico. And now the locals are like, I can't afford this because you're bringing in dollars that are worth way more than our peso. Like, no. So Mexico's starting to deport Americans back to America.
That's hilarious. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yeah, it's just we're bringing in too much money from America over there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
We're bringing in way too many American dollars. Literally.
It's causing inflation.
Pretty much.
That's actually quite insane.
Oh, that's all I got for the week.
Yep, pretty much, more or less, same thing over here.
All right.
It's been a fun one.
Everyone, please like, subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. Hopefully Alex lagged a little less this week and he was not so frozen. Hopefully the audio is working swell and splendid.
Yes, sir.
And like always, it's been another fun one.
Yep. Thank you for joining us on your favorite crypto podcast.
Sometimes crypto.
The Unscripted
Crypto Podcast. Ayo.
Heyo.